Jeff, I didn't know if you want to make an opening statement or if you're ready for questions.
I think I'm ready for questions right now. I'm exhausted, but I'll be happy to answer any questions you have for as long as you need.
We'll start things off with Rich.
Jeff, just talk about getting all those rushing yards tonight, not needing the 300 passing game from Phil.
Yeah, I thought it was coming, Rich. I thought it was coming last week. I saw it in practice. I saw the work they've done. And like I kept telling everybody, I would tell you the truth if I was worried about it, but I wasn't. And I'm proud of the O-line for not listening to the noise. And I'm proud of Coach Applebaum and Coach Signetti and David Bailey and Travis today, the way we ran the ball. If we can run the ball like that, that's so hard to defend. They really did an excellent job, but I expected it today. And I expected it last week, and I expect it again next week.
We'll go next to Emma.
Hey, Coach. Can you talk about those three unsportsmanlike conduct penalties after the fumble return touchdown? What do you say to them as the leaders of your team, including Max, who's a captain? What do you say to them after that?
On the one where they were like doing the NFL picture thing in the end zone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's on me. I mean, I never saw that coming, but clearly I have to explain to the guys and do a better job telling them that we can't do that. That will never happen again. Trust me. And obviously, first-year head coach mistake, not talking to the guys that you can't do that in college football. So I'll take the blame for it, and it won't happen again.
We'll go next to Julian.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Julian.
So last week, right, you used the word unstoppable to describe the offense, despite some of the ways you guys kind of got your own way last week, right? But if you come out and make a run like you did today, take advantage of, some of the opportunities they gave you, and then also just as efficient as you guys scored it, does that kind of validate the confidence you have in what this offense can be?
Yes.
Is intended.
Yeah, Julian, like I said, it's exactly what I've been seeing. It's exactly what I've been seeing in practice. And I knew it would take some time to click. I mean, that's football. And, we didn't have the luxury of a spring to review and study, and we didn't have the luxury of a real training camp. So I was patient, and I trusted the coaches, and you saw it tonight. If we're able to run the ball, I mean, we rushed for 264 yards today, and we threw the ball for 145. We only threw the ball 21 times today. I mean, it's hard to defend. And I saw it coming, and I'm just really proud of those guys.
We'll go to Kevin.
Hey, Coach, congratulations.
Thanks, Kevin.
So not to harp on the negativity, but penalties, just back to that for a second. They mounted up again today. What can you do, in practice or during the week just to kind of get that message through? Do you make them run till they puke, or what do you do?
No, I don't believe in doing that. Just keep coaching them and showing them why and teaching them. And that's our job, is to teach. Obviously the 4th and 21, the roughing the passer. And you guys know Marcus. Marcus is doing whatever he can to win the game and get after the quarterback. There's no bad or malintent there. It's just, need to do a better job of showing them it's 4th and 21. Be careful. We're probably going to get off the field. PI's the 4th down. Sebastian, you got to double move so he collisioned the guy and grabbed them. It happens. The ones that I get mad about are the selfish ones. The ones like that we had in the end zone. I mean, that's totally unacceptable. But Kevin, we'll keep showing them the film, and we'll clean it up, and we'll keep working to get better.
We'll go to Andy.
Jeff, I know you told that David Bailey to be patient this year, and the carries would come at a time, and they came today. He had 2 touchdowns. How proud are you of just him being patient and then bouncing back even from that almost fumble in the first quarter?
Really proud. I gave him a game ball. And I'll tell you, I said to the team, the game ball wasn't just for his, 85 yards and 2 touchdowns tonight. It's for how he's handled himself and how he's been a great teammate and how he hasn't flinched and how he hasn't pointed fingers or come up and said, Coach, why aren't I not getting the football? It just epitomizes what this team is all about, and they believe in each other. He's going to get his touches, and he'll probably get more and more. But some games, you might have to block. So I appreciate him.
We'll go to AJ.
Just a week after allowing 350 yards on the ground, you held Georgia Tech to 3.2 yards a carry. What differences did you see in your defense in the way they were tackling and the way they were attacking the ball?
Yeah, I think, Coach Tim and the defensive staff did a really good job. They stressed the run all week. They stressed staying in their gaps, leveraging the ball. mean, there were times when our guys were calling out the plays. It was so awesome to see. They attacked the football. You can see we had some takeaways. We almost had more. Obviously, the one got called back. But they did a good job stopping the run. We have to continue to get better, and we'll watch the tape and see what we can do to improve.
We'll go to Julian.
Julian, you're on mute.
How about it? I was going to try to do it before you caught me. I was going to try to unmute it before you got me. But the impact CJ had again early in this game, what did you guys see that allowed him to kind of make the impact he did early, whether it's on the ground, just whatever kind of catches you where he's able to make it find space and get yards after?
Well, CJ just keeps getting better, right? Shows up every game now. He's a big target, and he goes up and gets the ball, and he blocks down the field. Just like we see in practice. Phil trusts him and continued to get him the ball tonight, which was awesome. He made some really, really big plays for us.
And then there were two plays that made me chuckle. One was the jet sweep for Zay. He said all season, I'm more than a jet sweep guy, and you found one for him anyway. Right. And then the other one was the play you guys ran last week. Hunter ran into Phil. This one it got off for I think it was 11-yard Bailey carry. Is that just kind of touching up stuff over?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we could simulate the one we did at Virginia Tech where we fumbled if we tried it 10 times. That was just a fluke play. We run it all the time, and we executed at a pretty high level. The Zay sweeps, we knew they were there. It was kind of funny. You guys kept asking me about the sweeps, but he did a nice job with them, and we had the edge, and he ran really well and did a good job. I'm glad you noticed that, Julian.
We'll go to Emma.
Sort of going off AJ's question from a couple questions ago. Obviously 1 week is not a very long time to make such a drastic turnaround. How do you change how you practice or how you coach? How do you change that in 1 week to make such a big difference in the game?
And what part, Emma? What part are you talking about? Sorry, I just lost train of thought with the question.
No, you're good. It's sort of general, but how do you orchestrate such a drastic turnaround both on offense and defense? It was a totally different looking game from last week.
It's not, right? It's not. The misconception in football is that you have 1 week of practice and how you practice that week is how you're going to play. And it's not. It's accumulation of all the work that these guys have put in. And just because 1 week things don't go right, because if you watch the tape, they were there last week. We had holes. They were clearly there. And that's why I felt so confident like it was coming. And we tackled well all year. And last week we didn't for some reason. And again, it's football. It happens. Guys miss tackles, and they just happened to come in a lot of them last week. So it just goes back, Emma, to these kids since we've been here in June have not stopped working. And it's the accumulation of all those days and all that work that add up to allow them to play like they did today, if that makes sense.
We'll go to Andy.
I was just curious about the fake punt. I know you had mentioned during the week that you were expecting them to pull some tricks out of their bag. Were you almost expecting that fake punt there on that first drive?
Yeah, because at that point, the field position, I mean, they might as well have tried it there, right? It's either I thought they were going to go for it or fake a punt because the risk reward with the punt at that time wasn't great, right? So that was a good coaching call on their part to take a shot there. Coach Turn, I'll tell you, did an unbelievable job of getting them ready for all that. Even the onside kick that they surprised us with earlier, I mean, I can't tell you how many times he showed those exact plays in the special teams meeting. So a credit to him for preparing the guys.
Any other questions?
I kind of sat down. I was a little tired. I don't know. I felt a little drained, so I didn't make an opening statement. But, I'd be mad at myself if I didn't, give Georgia Tech. Those guys, they fought. They fought until the end. They had energy till the end. They never gave up. And they got that onside kick. I mean, it was still a game. They had the ball, and I give them and their staff a lot of credit for the way they played. And they do a nice job, and he's going to do a really good job there. So sorry I didn't open up with that.
All good, Jeff. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Guys, have a great night. Thanks.